Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott MacKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, welcome to the next episode of Industrial Talk, the #1 industry-related podcast in the universe that celebrates industry professionals all around the world. Yes, you are bold. Yes, you are brave. Yes, you dare greatly. You collaborate. You solve problems. You make the world a better place. That's why we celebrate you on Industrial Talk. Go out to industrialtalk.com and find out about all of these incredible professionals. And we are broadcasting on site. We are here at Xcelerate 2024. It is Fluke Reliability. It is in Orlando. It is an amazing event. You need to put this on your calendar just because, well, it's an important event to put on your calendar. If you're in the world of asset management, maintenance, and reliability, this is the place you need to be. We have a gentleman in the hot seat. His name is Lee Morgan. And we're going to be talking about Azima and everything else in between. Let's get cracking. Hey, Lee.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you very much.
Did somebody drag you over here?
No, I didn't.
Like somebody said, hey, Lee, you got to come on over here.
I came over from my own free will.
Did you really?
I did indeed.
You just said, hey, I want to do this?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Shut the front door. I like that, man. That's cool. Kudos to you for doing that.
Okay.
You're a leader. So, before we get into the topic of Azima and everything in between, for the listeners out there, just sort of paint the picture of who Lee is.
Yeah, well, I'm actually currently Senior Global Product Marketing Manager for the Fluke Reliability part of Fluke. Obviously, Fluke's got a very...
Hold it, what are you?
It's a bit of a mouthful, yeah.
Yes.
But basically, I'm a Product Marketing Manager.
Got it.
And I look after the whole of the Fluke Reliability portfolio. So that consists of Azima, a company we have recently acquired. It also consists of our Proof Technic arm, which who specialise in handheld and online monitoring, vibration and alignment tools. We also, of course, look after eMaint as well, which is our asset management software, which is pretty much the start of the show at Xcelerate this year.
Yeah, you got some changes happening with your eMaint. You're trying to convert everybody to X5. I see. I always want to put X at the end of it. It's just naturally. It's an algebraic equation. 5X.
Yes.
Now you need X5, and I'm going.
So it's not a case of converting everybody. It's a case of matching the right solution for what the customer needs. And X5 is going to be our platform moving forward. Not that we're going to all of a sudden get rid of X4. But with the X5 platform, we think it's going to be more scalable for future uses and whatever the customer's requirements are.
Well, what's sort of I know there's differences, but what's sort of that major difference that X5 has over X4?
So you probably need to speak to the senior product manager for that.
Come on, just wing it.
Just wing
trying
it.
to figure. Don't worry about it.
So it's actually the platform that the X5 is built on is far more capable than the X4. So X4, the platform is built on is kind of it's getting a little bit long in the tooth now, and so we can do far more things with the platform that the X5 version is built on. And like I mentioned before, it's a lot more scalable for our new customer requirements and a lot more flexible and a lot more powerful for our customers' usage.
Yeah, you did fine. All right, I can't call you out. Well, what the heck, man? It's all good. All right, Azima. It is the buzz here at this particular event. I've had a number of conversations about that product. And it is relatively new. You acquired it late 2023.
That's correct.
And you still are just starting to get it into sort of what does that mean to the portfolio of Fluke Reliability and Proof Technic and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think what the Azima portfolio brings is really the added insight. So, if you think about a customer that has an online vibration monitoring system, they might have expertise. They might have the system already set up, gathering buckets and buckets of data. But actually, do they have the time and the resources to look at that data?
No, they don't.
They don't. This is what we've heard all week so far.
Absolutely not.
And the Azima platform, I mean, it's built on a heritage of, it's got trillions of data points. I think the analysts typically test about 500,000 machines a year, and with that becomes...
I had to say that, mouth that, 500,000 machines. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, typically our vibration analysts are about 3 to 5 times more efficient than others. And because the Azima platform, the Watchman services, you can take in all these buckets and buckets of data and actually get insight out of it. And we can predict failures like months in advance. So that gives asset managers, reliability managers, real peace of mind that they're not just setting up a system to provide false flags or not pick up on potential failures. They've actually got confidence in the fact that they've got somebody watching their backs, and all the data that's coming in is also helping then future customers, because there's a really good chance that we would have tested your machine at some point in the past, and so we've got a really good trend and reference point to advise customers on their sort of predictive maintenance platforms.
That's mad value proposition when you start looking at the trillions of data points and that history that exists there, going back, 30 years or so.
Yeah.
And I would imagine if you came to me, you can, I'm not going to do anything with it, but let's say I did do something with it, it would seem to me that would be a real solid selling point of the platform.
Yes.
And take us through how it makes just the process more efficient.
So I mean, if you think about, there's a lot of our customers today, and there's a lot of people here today. They're firefighting. They're having to be reactive.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have time to sit down and look at the, even if they're lucky to have a system in place in the first place. And what the Azima platform really does is it gives them peace of mind. The data's coming in. We can handle the services aspect as well, so it's a complete turnkey solution. The wireless sensors, they actually operate on like a self-healing mesh network. So, a lot of people think, wireless technologies, they can be a bit hit or miss, they can be a bit flaky, but the sensors actually can work on a mesh system. So if one of them is a little bit further away from the gateway, it can actually connect to another sensor, and it'll almost act as a relay to get that vibration data back to the gateway. So
that I didn't know.
It's pretty cool.
That exists today.
Yes. Yep, they exist today.
So explain just a little bit more how that sounds cool. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, so basically what happens is each sensor kind of acts as its own node, and it can talk to other sensors. So let's say you put the gateway somewhere, like on a wall of a machine turbine wall, and you've got 20 or 30 sensors in that room. You don't actually have to put the gateway in the middle of all these sensors to make sure there's a good signal. As long as it's near one sensor, that one sensor then can act kind of like if you imagine the signal hopping across each sensor. So, and it gives peace of mind, because having sensors that are on cables that are permanently installed isn't always an option, and the wireless sensors are as simple as gluing them to the actual machine test point.
See,
and then it connects up.
That's the way to go.
Yep.
I really thought that running cables is sort of yesterday by a long shot, just because many of these sensors are able to get up and running and collecting data quick.
Yes, I mean, actually that brings me to a good point, because a lot of machine monitoring systems, they could actually take a failure to actually get a trend line, where we don't need that. We could be, I think somebody told me it was between 1 and 3 months, and after that we've kind of already got the baseline, and we could be giving peace of mind really quickly. So I think I've got that timeline right. I might have to double check my notes, but yeah, it's roughly, I think it's roughly about 4 to 6 weeks, and we've got the trend line capable to provide some predictive maintenance to the customer
on that asset.
Yes. Yeah.
Because why? Because you've got that data. See, that's what it is.
Yeah, we've got the trillions of data points, and I think we've got over 50 machine types in our library as well, which, if you think about a typical industrial plant, that pretty much covers every rotating piece of machinery that they would have there. So it's a pretty comprehensive database.
Where is there more applications that can be applied with this platform, or?
So it's mostly rotating plant. So you're thinking of fans, blowers, pumps. We will soon potentially have the capability to do slower speed as well. So things like generators, turbines, any critical plant that you might have in your sort of manufacturing, industrial, petrochemical, oil and gas. So pretty much most rotating plant can be covered by the solution.
Where do you see it going? I mean, where's this juggernaut heading? Because it's still relatively new, tip of the iceberg type of stuff.
It is, and what we've recently been able to do, so if you take our Prooftechnic online monitoring system, which is called the VibGuard, now we have like thousands of these installed in a lot of customer installations, and that currently utilizes a software called OMTC, or Omnitrend Data Center. And what we've done is we've enabled the software, the data that exists within OMTC to actually then transfer into the Azima software, which is called Expert Alert Diagnostic System. That again rolls off the tongue.
Test.
And
Continue.
then that allows us to offer the Azima Watchman services to all of our existing Prooftechnic customers as well. So there's customers out there that really trust Fluke Reliability and trust Prooftechnic. Now they've got the added bonus that if they want a fully fledged service offering as well, we can do that using the Azima solution.
So if I'm already an existing customer, I use the products that are being delivered by, Reliability, Fluke Reliability, and so on. How difficult is it to connect the Azima product?
So the good thing about it is we handle it all. So the best thing to, if any of your listeners are interested, get in touch with your local contact, or myself. You can look me up on LinkedIn if you like. And then we'll arrange either a site visit or we can do it remotely, and then we can work out how best the data can get into our Azima system.
But you're still working through the details of that, and eventually it'll just be part of the ever-expanding offering that Fluke Reliability and
we've currently got one customer that it's currently working on. So it's kind of like a pilot scheme, but it's currently working, and we're getting the data through into the Azima system.
What's the customer saying?
They're pretty happy.
Are they really?
I mean, like I said, it's to provide a predictive maintenance platform that can give you advance warning months in advance. That's pretty. It's almost like giving the reliability manager a crystal ball into their asset health. So it's
That's cool stuff. How do people saying, I'm listening to this, we've had a number of conversations with Azima, and find, or just what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Probably via LinkedIn. So if you just look up Lee Morgan, Fluke, I should hopefully pop up. And
there's not another Lee Morgan in Fluke.
I think there's only one Lee Morgan in Fluke.
Well, you were absolutely wonderful. Enjoyed the conversation immensely. All right, listeners, we're going to have all the contact information for Lee out on Industrial Talk, so fear not. You got to find out more about this Azima. It just seems like a really pretty cool solution. And it's just at the beginning. It's a tip. That's cool stuff. All right, we're broadcasting from the Fluke Reliability Xcelerate 2024 User Conference here in Orlando. And if you're in the world of asset management, maintenance, reliability, whatever you're in, you need to be a part of this event. So put this on your calendar for 2025 if you're not here. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
Yep, his name is Lee. Yep, Fluke Reliability is the organization. Xcelerate 2024, and you have to know that Lee knows what he's talking about. Global. He sees it globally. That's in his title. So he does see the maintenance, reliability, asset management globally, all of the solutions associated with that. And I think the Holy Grail is to be able to interact with some organization that is vertically integrated and solve all your challenges. And to be able to talk to these people. See, because it's about education, collaboration, and innovation. It's all right there. Right there. Fluke Reliability. Building a platform. That's what we're doing here on Industrial Talk. If you have a podcast and you're saying, or you want to do a podcast, you're saying to yourself, don't know how to do it. You just need to reach out to me. I'm here to help. I want you to succeed. So just go out to Industrial Talk. Have a conversation with me. We'll get you dialed in. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.